Once upon a time, I went into this department store, and this one woman told me that a lot of influencers go to this store and they buy these expensive looking products and then give them back to you all in the form of use my promo code to get it for the actual price that it sells through that vendor. I'm about to tell you what that store was. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. I am Sarah Nandi. I'll just go with the name that I put on my tag. But anyways, I am a licensed master social worker, meaning that I am below a licensed clinical social worker, but I am interested in therapy as it pertains to trauma recovery, character development, and relationships. And today I want to talk about well-being as it relates to self-care. So self-care has always been around, and I noticed that with social media, a lot of people hijack the self-care train. I think at one point, self-care became this aesthetic that could make people that feel as if they weren't within a certain income or socioeconomic status. I feel like a lot of influencers, whether they notice or not, it kind of can make people feel as if self-care is out of reach because the way that social media and the way we have let people make self-care seem like an aesthetic or a luxury thing. And I'm here today to say we got to do better as a people in how we give off things or just share information or even how we post, because we have to be really sensitive out here, especially in this climate with the economy. So I do therapy. I have my own therapist and I focus on a lot of trauma recovery within my own therapy sessions. And my therapy is like body intensive. It's not somatic therapy, but it's called EMDR. So after sessions with EMDR, because your body is processing a lot of trauma, you can be drained. And for me, I was like, okay, one of the things that they do recommend after an EMDR session is massage. I went to the massage people one time. It was $70. I am trying to save out here. I think there is a recession coming in 2027 or 2028. So I had to become creative. And that is one thing we have to do when it comes to self-care. So self-care, per Google, is just described as the overall intentionality of handling your well-being. Different organizations describe self-care differently, but overall self-care is your intentionality when it comes to your overall well-being, whether it be physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, etc. So I was not about to pay $70 every 2 weeks, 3 weeks for a massage. I just can't do it. It's not in my financial means. I'm not a sit here and ashamed to say I'm just not paying out that type of money for no massage. What I did do was go to my good old friend Amazon, and then they have what is called the neck massagers. And so I was gonna buy this neck massager from Amazon, but I waited. One of my favorite stores to shop at is Marshall's, not for clothes, but just for like their items. I love Ross when it comes to clothes though. But anyway, I'm in Marshall's one night, and I believe in Christ Yeshua, I believe in God, and the Holy Spirit was like, go look over there behind like the yoga mat. I looked behind the mat, and lo and behold, it was the same neck massager that sold on Amazon for $45. It was in Marshall's for $23. Y'all, this thing feels so good. So this is I think it's called Shiatsu, but they have different brands that make these neck massagers. So you just put it over your shoulders like this. And if I turn the button on, you'll see like it's gonna start massaging my shoulders. But this was very important for me as someone who does intensive body work and a lot of emotions and trauma processed through my body. I was okay with buying this on Amazon for $45, but I was able to find it at Marshall's for $23. And the woman at the counter was like, yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but at Marshall's, we have a lot of the products that these influencers be posting online. And, you know, they come in here and act like they buy these products for a lot of money, and they don't. So what I might have to do is take y'all on a field trip to Marshall's one day and show y'all what really be going on in the health and wellness section. If you live in a state or a city with a Marshall's, go to their wellness section. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. But when it comes to self-care, we have to be careful with these influencers because people got to make money. But at the same time, is your character right? Are you going to point me in the right direction, or are you just trying to make a buck off of me? Are you really going to be honest about where you got this from, or this company, or your relationship with this company? And that's not to call people out, but it's just to say we have to be aware and have a certain type of humility with how we move. So when it comes to self-care, I think that a lot of people may feel othered when it comes to seeing how people live online, like when they post their self-care videos. And that's why I just wanted to make this video, just to say, make self-care work for you. What is your situation? What can you do that works for you? For me, it's going to Marshall's. I was able to find this, and because I know I do intensive body work therapy, I was like, okay, I would like to find a massage gun. I know for me, and always consult with your healthcare provider before doing these things, I need self-care or activities that can help me work this trauma and these emotions out of my body. Another store you can look at, guess where I got this from? It was $19. Burlington. We have to be creative when it comes to our self-care. So I was able to get that massage gun at Burlington. And if I can show it to you all, it comes with 3 parts. So it comes with the ball, this part, and like this part, which is like a circle. I really prefer this part up here whenever I'm doing like my shoulder massage and everything, especially when I feel tense in the area, because your shoulders hold a lot of emotions and stress and can hold a lot of trauma along with your hips. So I do use this quite a bit. Another thing that I have is this massage ball. And these are just ideas and things that I want you all to start thinking about, because I don't think we should be spending too much money when it comes to just self-soothing and self-care activities that we can do in the comfort of our bedroom or home. So do and find the things that work for you. You can look at an influencer, but when it comes to what they're telling you, think outside the box and say, how can I make this work for me? Because your money is important to me more than it's important to you. And you're going to look back and be like, you know what, Sarah, thank you for caring. So when it comes to self-care, look at stores like your Burlington, your Ross, your Marshalls. If you're someone who likes to journal, I got 2 of these. And guess how much they cost? $3.99 at Ross. Grace and Gratitude. And this one just says, seek him first. $3.99 at Ross. So, if you are someone who likes to journal, if you are someone who likes to write or draw, Ross is a really good place. They have like the colored pencils, they have the art supplies. A lot of people don't know this, but during COVID, Ross started to get a lot of art supplies. So if you are someone who's into art, I like to draw, I like to get coloring books. They have like a lot of these magical coloring books that you can find in the store. So check out your nearest Ross. Another place that people may not have in their state or city is called Ollie's Bargain Store. So if you have an Ollie's, I would really recommend going there. I do live in a house with a bathtub, so I'm aware that not everyone has a bathtub. But if you are someone who likes to take baths, Ollie's normally, they would have this Dead Sea Salt, and it would be like $3.99. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 second. So yeah, if you are someone who likes bath salt, Ollie's, $2.99. Coconut, I love good coconut and vanilla. But it just goes to show that sometimes we overthink stuff and we got to go to the high-end stores of things. These little places be having stuff right under your nose. If you are someone who is into, my water bottle. If you are someone who is into soaps, Marshall's, once again, I like collecting soap. I like smelling good. So if you go to a Marshall's or a Ross, if you have one, or even a TJ Maxx, they normally have the soap. And this was a cranberry vine soap that I can't wait to use once I finish my soap that I got from Walmart. If you're someone who's big on self-care hygiene, check out your nearest Ross, Marshalls, or TJ Maxx. They have a lot of soaps and stuff, and they sell like a lot of wellness products too. I know a lot of women like to use the face steamer. I found a face steamer in Marshalls for $19. I didn't get it because I just don't think I need that, but you will be surprised at what you find in these stores. So overall, when it comes to self-care, I just really want you all to think outside the box. And also use YouTube. If you're somebody who likes to move, I'll tell y'all, like right now, last night, I did me a whole dance video to Soulja Boy Tell Him. Superman. Crank that Soulja Boy. I'm actually going to post 2 videos in the description and in my comment section. There's one woman, she has a Unlock Your Hips video. This is really good for physical self-care and emotional self-care if you are someone who holds like a lot of stress and trauma in your body. especially your hips, because we don't talk about how much stress and emotions and trauma we can hold in certain areas of our bodies. So if you are someone who you might have a stiff twerk and you carry a lot of shame, this video is really going to be good for you. I will post that in the chat, and I will also post a video of this woman whose stretching technique I do. So self-care is very simple if we make it. It doesn't have to always be about the money, but it is about your creativity and learning what works for you. So today, if you need to journal, go journal. If you need to stretch, I'll post a stretching video in the chat. If you need to twerk, I'll post something like that for you too. I want everybody to win out here. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please find something to do for yourself, whether it be just doing a stretch, taking a breather outside, sitting in the sun for 10 minutes. But remember, do what works for you. I love you all, and I will see you all in the next video.